Okay, here's a series on finishing singles from your feet. We're going to start in on a single in perfect position here, where I like shooting with my attack hand on top, so my right hand's going to be on top. My hands are going to be locked, and my knee is going to be facing in the direction I'm trying to drive. So when I'm in on the single here, I'm not driving straight. I'm not standing straight up. I'm actually driving directly into him. So my left knee is pointed into him. My head position is good, and the point of my head position is to keep the weight off of me. So I have my head almost on the side of his ribs here. I don't want my head in front, because when he starts to lean over, all that pressure is going to be on my head. So I'm trying to keep my head in position to keep his weight off of me. From here, I simply just drive into him and basically go up to my stance. So I drive into him right here. All right, my single positioning is basically the same as my stance. You know, a little bit different maybe, but I have my lead foot forward. I'm kind of nice and low here. My head's up. So once I get to my feet here, that's the position. I still keep my head position in a way to keep his weight off of me. I like my right hand deep. I can even go joint to joint, so the crease of my elbow, the back of his knee here, and I'm pulling his knee into my chest. So I don't want his knee out like this. I'm pulling, my lock is on the knee with the knee pulling into my chest. All right? From here, the first thing I do is walk into him. So I take one step in, my left hand slides down to the heel, and I just lift it up into my armpit. I'll show that a couple times here. So I have my single, I step forward, grab the heel, lift it up. Show one more. I'm starting here. I have good position. I step forward, lift it up. Stepping forward is gonna take the weight off of the leg you're holding. If I'm holding this leg and I step back, he leans in. So I'm driving into him to get the weight off of that leg, so it's easier to lift it up to my armpit, and it's the same when I'm on the mat here. When I drive forward, it's easier to get the leg off the mat. So I'll go once all the way through. I drive in, step, trying to get the laces in my armpit here. Once I get the single up into my armpit, there's a few options to finish, and I'm gonna try to keep my momentum going into him so I don't have to pause and then finish. I'm gonna keep it continuous and go straight through. So the single, I have it up here. The finish I'm going to do first is simply push him down. So once I get it up, I'm just going to push him down. Now, if I pause and he starts to square up and face me here, I'm not going to be able to just push him down to the mat. I have to use the momentum as I drive up. He's a little off balance, and I just kind of push him to finish the shot. I'll show you what that'll look like. So I start here, I drive in, here, up, here, and I just push him and cover. So I start in on the single, I drive in, step, lift, push him down, and cover. One more on that. In my single, I drive in, step, lift, push him down, cover. Keep in mind when you're trying to finish, the better position you're in as you drive through these steps, the easier it is to get to that finish. Once you get to your feet, if you're barely standing up and he stops you completely, he's driving in even, it's going to be very, very hard to finish there. So now we're just going to focus on once you get the leg up into your armpit here. I like to do, call it Pledge Allegiance. I'm taking my hand all the way underneath and up to my chest here. The first finish is pushing. A lot of times guys will hold on to your head. So once you get up, they'll hold on to your head like this, right? They're grabbing your head, grabbing your elbow. I'm gonna make a little C. I'm gonna go right above his tricep, and it's the same push, except I'm gonna circle hip to hip. So I'm gonna push him off and circle hip to hip. From here I can cover double or sweep and finish. So I have a single here, I'm walking into him, he attacks my head, I push it off, I go hip to hip, cover backside double, or sweep and finish there.